Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm starting to get worried.
Oh, about what?
You know,
Those dogs you ate?
no. It's like, have you ever gone to the mall with your kids?
Yes.
I try not to, but I
And-
have.
Me
I mean,
too.
just, like, not now, but I mean, like, when they're really young, like 4, 5, 6,
Yes.
and you got to keep track of them and make sure that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very
nonstop.
stressful. Very stressful.
It is. And they go hiding in the clothes, and you lose them.
Yes.
I've been there, done
Oh,
that.
God.
Now,
We
our
lost,
producer is famous for getting lost. Oh,
we
my
lost
God.
Brody all the time. All the time.
I could turn around for a second and Austin would be gone. Gone. And I have no idea. It's to the point where I didn't give a fuck. At first, I was kind of like,
Oh.
I don't want to embarrass myself. But he became lost so much that I was like, I got to pick my battles. So
Right.
as soon as I saw that he was lost, I just yelled out right there. I looked like a fool. And I was like, well, you know what? I got to.
Did you use the middle name when you called out his name? Like
No,
you were pissed?
I
That's
just-
how my mom. I knew I was in trouble. She used the middle name.
Middle name.
Yeah.
You want to hear the greatest
No,
call out?
hold on. I was going somewhere here.
Oh,
so
all right.
you know that feeling when you lose,
A child.
and you it just where did COVID go? Where did it go?
That's your child.
Off of the.
I mean, that was like, I mean, where the fuck did COVID go? I mean, we were talking about it. We have to wear masks. We got to get vaccinated. We got to get
That was
vaccinated
the,
again.
The endless,
We've got
incessant message.
Well, the
from
convoy up in
you know-
Canada.
Look, if a nuclear bomb sets off, make sure you prepare by getting your vaccines.
They literally said that.
No, that was during a hurricane.
When the hurricanes
was a
hit,
hurricane.
make sure you prepare for the hurricane by getting your vaccines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
it was
is it at?
incessant.
Where's Dr. Fauci at?
He's
gone.
gone.
He's gone.
It's like the media gods have used the Ukraine as the Monica Lewinsky missiles.
No.
So I think they've been searching for a way to get out of it, and this was their ticket.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's more than that. So polling showed that people are tired of COVID. The midterms are coming up,
Right. Oh, yeah.
and so the Democrats were reading the polling data, and they were like, mask bad, shutdowns bad, vaccine talk mandates bad. I mean, they're reading the tea leaves of the election. It's
Right.
not about science. It's not
No.
about what's right for the country. It's not about battling COVID. It's about polls.
But
Right.
it is gone.
And as
We're
soon
not
as
talking about it anywhere.
And as soon as the polls said all those things were bad,
They were
They-
looking for a way.
vanished.
Well, no,
And-
not just that. It just didn't vanish then because the polls have been bad for a while.
A while.
They just didn't have a way to get it off of the front page.
And then from
Look-
their perspective, thank God Putin invaded
Correct.
Ukraine.
Correct.
Oh. You know,
Because that did it.
It did it.
It was bullshit. And you know what? If Trump were in office, Putin would not be invading Ukraine.
I agree.
Putin to me, I'm sorry, Trump to me was like, he's kind of like that teacher you have in school. That's you don't want to fuck with because you have no idea how they're going to react.
Right.
So you kind of like just watch your P's and Q's and get through the class and get
And
through
then
the
fuck
course.
with the next teacher. Because that guy is
He's a pushover.
he's a pushover.
Yeah.
But this teacher,
Trump is
don't mess with him.
You have no idea what the fuck he's going
Absolutely
to do.
true.
And you know what? The thing about it is that he would probably hold on. There's a child abduction alert going on. Child abduction in Burnett, Texas. Unknown vehicle. Victim is 11-year-old
Where's
old
Burnett?
white female
Texas.
Helen Pierce,
Thank
who
you.
was
Just narrowed
last
it down
seen
to
wearing a
Yeah,
white
thank
shirt
you.
To one state.
and
Thank
blue
you,
jean
Jeff.
shorts. Hold on. This is in Helen Pierce. Where the hell is this? Burnett, Texas. It's 40 fucking degrees outside. And she's wearing a white shirt and blue jean shorts. Yeah.
The
Well-
sad thing is she's probably in a vehicle being driven somewhere.
You know what? I don't want to think about the sad thing because there are all kinds of scenarios where the police will roll up on some car and
Yeah.
pull a little girl out.
I know.
And she's screaming for "I want my daddy" as they're arresting the driver. You know, I'm just some of that stuff. I mean, this kind of turned dark, but it's the truth. There are
Yeah.
some sick motherfuckers out there. And
Ton.
those same sick motherfuckers have been pushing COVID down our goddamn throats. And now all of a sudden it's gone and nobody's talking about it.
I don't know if
So
it's
you're saying the
same
Democrats,
people
the
or child abductors.
I'm just saying, I put them in the same class because they're evil.
No,
Yeah,
well,
Well, the COVID has basically disappeared from news, any kind of press conference
It
or
is
anything.
evil.
it has not been the priority at all.
Those people that are pushing the buttons of the media might as well be that guy that abducted that girl, because they're pushing their false narrative, they're pushing their misinformation, and they're coming up with the rules. What is correct information? What is misinformation? So says who?
Right.
Although
Says who?
I am,
Who comes up with that?
I am still seeing some stuff because I know DeSantis the Florida Health Department went against CDC regulations and said children under this age in Florida do not get the vaccine.
Right.
That goes contrary to what the CDC has said.
Oh, yes, sir. CDC.
The
Yep.
CDC, and so they're going contrary. They're the first state who said, "Yeah, we're not going to follow that."
Well, unfortunately, CDC has put themselves in a position where they are no longer the authority, or
They have lost
they've wiggled.
all credibility.
They've wiggled themselves out of being the authority on that type of stuff.
When I was growing up until recently, you think of the CDC as the
absolute
institution to protect you from
Yep.
Ebola
Yeah.
and all that shit,
They're
right?
the ones that
They're-
have the
they're the ones who
divine
know.
plan.
Yeah, they're the ones who have the antibodies, the antidotes,
they're
and all that
our
shit.
last line of defense.
Correct.
There
Not
are
policymaker.
gods. There are last
yeah.
line. They're the ones that have all
100%.
the answers to everything. and they're the-
100%.
And now it's like
They're a joke.
They
I
are.
have no idea
They're
what
a
the hell's going on.
politicized joke.
They are.
It's kind of like when you think that the United States military is the elite, it's the best of the best. It's SEAL Team 6,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And they go in there and they're gonna go shoot Saddam Hussein. No, is that Saddam Hussein?
Yeah.
No, what is the other motherfucker? Tall dude.
Osama bin Laden.
Osama bin Laden. They go in there with the helicopters and they
Oh, yeah. They nuked
Which
his
one
ass, man.
crashed?
and one crashed, and that's what I'm getting at is that they train, they work hard, and it's a self realization that you know what, we aren't that good, we aren't that impeccable, we
make mistakes. Yeah, we're not
dude,
perfect.
but I'm just saying there are times where unfortunately the only perfection I see is coming out in the fucking tabloids and Super Bowls and movies and stardom and
So,
shit.
in other words, things that we grew up putting our faith in, like that were rock solid, faith, foundational trust and
It's like
faith, and nothing's better than our
Dude,
military. Nothing's better than our
It's like
Delta.
the rock in your life, the church that you go to, that your whole faith has been driven,
And then you find
and
out-
you get molested by the priest. This is the way it is. This is the way I feel
then you
right
find
now.
you
I
find
feel
out
betrayed.
they're not all that. They're not all that
No, that
crap.
I
pious,
feel
right.
betrayed. I feel that they talk a bunch of shit but produce little turds.
But hold
Like
on, but
deer
how do you,
turds.
but how do you think and so the Russian people aren't hearing the truth about anything that's going on in
Well,
Ukraine?
you know,
They could be
there's
listening to. They could be
misinformation.
listening to us.
No, they're
Well,
not.
even
No,
what's
they're
his
not.
face? Putin put out a
We're
law
on
that
these
says
secret waves.
if you
Are
if
we?
Putin said if you
Yeah.
start spreading bullshit news,
No, real
misinformation.
If you spread real news, they'll
No.
shut it down. Putin said that.
No. What he's saying, if you spread, no, that's not what he said at all. What he said is that if you spread misinformation about what's going on, you're going to jail for 12 years.
Except that the misinformation is
the real
reality.
news.
Well, whatever. But CNN pulled out.
Right.
CNN said we're not broadcasting anything about this now.
Yeah,
Why?
because
Why is that?
Well, they're in the U.S.
Right.
Right. So what do they care?
Well, I mean, if they're broadcasting, I don't know.
Hold on,
I don't know
hold
how
on.
that works.
So hold on. So Putin is telling Russian media, you paint a rosy picture of what's going on in Ukraine. You explain the narrative about why we're invading Ukraine. I mean, he's setting up an entire apparatus of misinformation so that the Russian people don't protest
Don't
and
revolt.
don't revolt, because keep in mind the people that he's invading are the brothers and cousins and their family.
Right.
They're family with the Russian people.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of Russian people that aren't buying the narrative. There's been 8,000 people arrested for protesting the Ukrainian war in Russia, which
Right.
never happens. You know that if you protest, you're going to be disappeared. It's still a dictatorship. It's still a totalitarian regime. It's brutal. Like, they don't do that. You don't.
I think people here in the States these days forget what Russia really is.
Absolutely,
And
they
they
do.
think that Russia is, in the world is just like the United States.
No,
Right? And it's not.
it's not even close.
Just like that Brittany Griner was over there in Moscow, in Russia, thinking, oh, I can just get away with having hashish and all this shit. No, you're in
what
Russia.
the hell was she doing over there?
Well, she was playing in the
She was
Moscow
in the-
league, the Russian league,
And
making
she
money.
had a freaking dab pen on her.
Hashish.
Well, there's a difference. So, I mean,
What
Jeff and I
the
were talking
fuck?
about this earlier. I mean, there's a difference between having a THC loaded oil based dab pen
Yeah.
and having a hashish.
She'd be in prison here too.
I hate to say it. I have zero sympathy for her.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference between. I mean, and I feel kind of like a chauvinist for saying this, but it's like, I don't feel bad for people that smoke pot versus people that are like smoking black tar heroin or hashish. That stuff is on a different level.
Different level. So I didn't grow up. I spent 5 years in Jakarta, Indonesia. We knew even as 4th grade through 8th grade for me. I mean, that's pre-adulthood. Even I knew you don't F with drugs. You get caught
Right.
with drugs in that country. And so in Singapore, just north, and like when we got our orthodontics work done, or if you needed emergency surgery or something, you flew to Singapore. Right, which was a 30-minute airplane ride. Singapore is awesome, right? If you get caught with drugs there, you die. You die. You die. There were 2 British girls that got caught peddling drugs, and they were hung. They were hung, like, and
For
if
just
you,
peddling weed or whatever?
yeah, no, I mean I don't even know what the drug was, but they were hung. 2 British
Tylenol.
girls were killed. They were hung. Like,
Yeah, it's different. They don't
it's
have American
different.
laws.
It's different. It's different.
And people forget that.
And well, they don't have any concept of it.
That's what I mean. They don't understand that I'm not in the U.S. Just like when those I think they were the NBA players now, the Balls. They were over there. The last name was the Ball. I think they play for L.A. One of them does.
Oh yeah,
They were
yeah,
in
yeah,
China,
yeah, yeah.
and one of them stole a pair of shoes.
Yeah, yeah,
And Trump had to fucking get their ass out of there.
like quick.
Yeah, because he was about to go into Chinese prison.
Yes,
For years.
and he should have.
Yeah.
He fucking should have.
It's not like over here you steal a pair of shoes. Oh, it's under $900
Who we
bucks.
talking about?
You get to
We're
walk
talking
away.
about the 3 brothers.
The Balls.
That's not Balls.
Yeah, the
It's
last name is Ball.
Bulls.
Bull.
Bull.
Bulls.
Bull. Yeah. I'm sorry. You.
Lorenzo Ball.
There you go. You're right. I'm sorry.
I don't know which one it was, but it was one of them.
He stole
Yeah,
a pair
it
of
was.
shoes.
Yeah, a pair of shoes. Yeah, stole a pair of
Yeah,
shoes.
he was playing for the UCLA at the time.
Yeah. And
Man,
he's
you
like,
can take the brother out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the
well,
brother.
no,
What's
he's
up with
thinking,
that?
no, they're like, I'm a big star. I don't care where I'm at. I want to steal these shoes because it's no big deal. Well, it's no big deal in the U.S. It is in China.
What?
They have no concept of that.
I mean, imagine being in Russia and shoplifting. Like, how stupid do you need to be?
No, man, it's stupid.
Beyond stupid.
You have to
I
recognize
mean,
where you're at.
that's seriously intellectually
And to get caught.
on the border of being like a moron.
Well, it's just like if you're a woman and you go over into some of these Middle East countries, you have to wear the headpiece.
Yeah.
You have to.
Right.
And you can't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you choose not to? You're walking around with no headdress,
Yeah.
and you're wearing
Jeans and a midriff?
Oh, you're wearing a midriff with your
And
with
guys
your
can
boobs
walk
all
up to you
in
and
tight in a
slap
tight.
you
thing.
around.
How do you think that's going to go?
no, they're going to fucking throw your ass in jail.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's throw it in jail.
Yeah, they will.
They will.
Oh hell
I
yeah,
think,
they will.
But they have an opportunity. Some
And
of these
something-
people that don't even
and-
know them can like beat them up.
I can promise you, they'll get thrown in jail, and something horrible will happen to them in jail.
Yeah. You just respect the country you're in, man.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
do.
the U.S. You don't live in the U.S.
Amen.
You're not visiting. Well, you live in the U.S. You're not there. You're somewhere else with different rules
And you know what that
and
is?
laws.
That is an ignorance about the blissful freedom, blissful
U.S.
element of freedom.
I can do this every day in
I
the
can
U.S.
say what I want. I can say what I want. I can do what I want. I can go where I want. Most of the world is not like that.
That's the argument where you're like, all these people are complaining about the U.S. Okay, you go over to Iraq and live.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, like the 2 gay guys that were hung in Iran,
Yeah.
right?
Stop it.
Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage
Yeah,
on that?
where is the outrage?
Where
It doesn't fit their narrative.
Where's the
where's the squad?
LGBTQAQTCITP4RS?
Yeah, seriously,
Where
where's
are
the squad?
those?
Where's the squad on that deal? Why were they not like outraged that 2 gay people were hung?
Because that goes against the Islamic religion.
Then you know what? Shut the fuck up. You have no credibility. AOC and the rest of the squad, you're frauds because you're not really standing up for the narrative
But they'll
anywhere.
But they'll go after the hardcore Christian who's against gays.
Right.
But
The
they won't
baker.
go against
They'll shut down their
Christian
their
Baker
cake shop.
Christian Baker, right?
Right.
Right.
Go over to Iraq and try to get a gay cake.
Stop it.
Right?
Right. I hear you.
I mean, it's hypocritical.
It's so hypocritical.
and it's a blind eye. If you believe that, you should believe it regardless of where you're at. Now, you may not affect change over there. You can affect change here, possibly, but you cannot affect change over
Here's
there.
the thing. I don't believe they really believe that.
I just think I don't know.
I don't think they believe it.
I'm sure some people do.
I think they're full of shit.
Yeah, I think they are as well.
So okay, all right. Well, anyway, it is what it is. I mean,
So speaking of COVID, it's disappeared.
it disappeared. Yeah.
Completely.
We magically beat it.
Right. But I did see an article today.
No.
We didn't beat it. It's still out there.
Oh, it is?
We're just not.
What do you mean?
We just don't care. It's turned into the yearly flu at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
well,
the mask mandates are being dropped.
Are they?
The vaccine mandate is apparently being dropped.
So in Virginia, where all these schools are having such a problem with these students not wearing a mask, are they finally like, all right, you can come in with
No,
mask now?
it's not completely.
Or they just stopped
Not
covering
it's
it?
not
eradicated.
100%,
Or they
but
just
it's
stopped-
getting there.
They just stopped covering it?
Oh, there's holdouts. There's liberal extreme holdouts that are like, no, we're still wearing masks.
get
We're
it.
still wearing masks.
They're even making up stupid
Oh yeah,
songs
music
about
videos.
it. You know,
I saw
man.
that.
Now's the time we wear some masks. We should wear them to keep us safe. Whatever fucking stupid bullshit.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, they were outside of a it was a public display, and it was some like Mary had the Little Lamb soundtrack.
It was like
and they were-
15 people up there singing with songs
That's
like
great.
"Masks are great" and
So why would they not shoot them with paintballs?
Go on. Oh,
Because
dude,
you-
I would just tossed a few stink bombs on them.
And paintballs.
Well, you know, pink.
well, then
balls
you'd
are-
be a racist.
No, you'd.
What
be-
color are the paintballs?
It
Well-
doesn't matter.
How about we got those hot pink ones?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
matches their pussy hat.
that's
That's good. I like it.
that's racist neutral.
That's sexist.
Is it?
Is it?
Well,
Well, it's Women's Month, right?
Well, it's pink. Oh, it's pink paintball. So we
Is-
were just like,
when
hey,
is when is
Paintballs.
Men's Month? When is
When
Male
is Men's
Month?
Month?
Well, there's Women's Appreciation Month. When is Men's?
Yeah, when's Men Appreciation Month? Mr.
Men's
Producer, you're looking it
Appreciation
up for us
Month.
right now.
That is interesting.
And it is
Men's Health Month.
no. We're
What
talking
about
appreciation.
appreciation?
Appreciation
Men's
Month.
Appreciation Month.
Oh, it's Bugangarary.
What?
Bugangarary.
A bukkake.
The 13th month.
Bugonderary.
Bugangarary.
Is that? Did you learn that in Thailand?
No, it's the 13th month. It's right there.
No, it doesn't exist.
That's right. It doesn't.
It
Is that
does
like
not
the
exist.
13th soldier? Do you know what the 13th? What was it? The 13th soldier was? Was it soldier?
Oh, so the first story that comes up
13th
is
assassin?
Urban Dictionary. That tells you where it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. International Men's Day. This could be real.
Oh my God!
This could be real. Oh my God.
And
We're
this is
going to celebrate
Wikipedia.
this.
Is a global holiday.
Oh,
It's
we're gonna
57
November.
countries.
Oh, it's just a day.
Yeah, it's
November
one day.
19.
Oh, it's one day. I want them a whole month though.
International Civil Awareness Day.
Time
It's
out.
Min Day.
I want to. No. I want a whole
Scroll
month.
down, scroll
I want a
down.
whole month.
A global holiday celebrated annually
We can-
in November to recognize and celebrate
Anally.
the cultural, political, and socioeconomic achievement of men. The objectives of celebrating an International Men's Day are set out in all 6 pillars of International Men's Day. It's an occasion to celebrate boys men's achievements and contributions, in particular for their contribution.
You say
nation-
boys?
That's what it says.
The broader and ultimate aim of the event is to promote basic humanitarian values as well as the awareness towards men's issues, which are
Africa, America, Asia,
well,
Europe, and
so-
what's
hold on.
Oceania?
So we have an annual men's day.
What is Oceania?
what are the 6 pillars? Scroll down.
What this says region
There you
is Oceania.
To,
Oceania.
to
Oh, okay.
promote-
Where is
That's-
that?
That is South Pacific.
All right, so look,
That's
the-
South Pac.
the
Why did it
6
say that instead of
Pac.
Oceania?
South Pac. South
Yeah.
Pac.
You talking about the region?
I'm sorry. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
South Pac.
I've never heard of Oceania. Isn't that
Maybe
like a
that's
show?
Greece.
Oceania is
Mediterranean Sea?
Polynesia,
So the South Pacific.
South Pacific.
Why
All right,
did it
so
say
the,
that?
the 6 pillars of
2 words
men's
versus one.
Stupid.
appreciation day is number 1 to promote positive male role models, not just movie stars and sportsmen, but
Not
every
just,
day,
not just,
not just,
but include them.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, include them
Definitely,
because
yeah.
not just. I mean, movie stars and sportsmen are awesome,
Oh yeah,
but it's more than them.
it's
Sorry.
the working class men who are living decent, honest lives.
Yeah, like the actual fathers.
yeah, the people that are there.
I mean, the
raising their children.
fathers of the children.
Yes,
Yeah, not just movie stars and
You know what?
sportsmen.
so stupid.
I don't have a problem.
Shut the fuck
I don't have a
up.
problem with some of these. You know, to celebrate men's positive contributions to society, community, family,
do.
marriage, childcare, and to the environment. I have
Yeah.
no problem with that.
There we go. Family. You read family and marriage and childcare.
Right. To
I
focus
like
on
that.
men's health and well-being, social, emotional,
All right.
physical, and spiritual, fine.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
To highlight discrimination against men in areas of social service, social attitudes and expectations, and law.
I like it.
I like it. This one, to improve gender relations and promote men's issues.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
That means that gender issues are the people that are confused if they have a
No.
penis.
No,
and
no, it doesn't.
I don't know. So number
to
5,
improve gender relations, meaning improve relationships between men and women.
why don't they just say that?
To improve gender relations
Why don't they just say to improve relationships between men and women?
and promote men's issues.
Yes.
that's weird.
I like it. I'm still on board.
And then to create a safer, better world where people can be safe and grow to reach. That has nothing to do with men. Number 6.
Oh, that's
You know-
stupid. That's
you know what
stupid.
the biggest thing for the men's appreciation
But I
for
agree with
me
some of
is-
those.
I do.
is,
I do. I do
and,
too.
and you guys know I'm a stickler for this. I watch TikTok, and I see the biggest appreciation for men's that I can see based on some TikTok video.
TikTok, based on TikTok.
Look, this is real though.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Based on China.
The song is "I'm coming home, coming home," and I don't know all the words, but the premise is I'm coming. It's a military soldier father or mom, and they've
So
been
it's
gone
not
for
men.
an extended period, and these videos capture the moment where the kids first see their parent that they haven't seen in months
Yes.
or a year, and it really hits home how important that parent is in that child's life.
Of course.
When they realize it and they're overcome with emotion.
They're like, "This is
and
my
they-
daddy."
They run towards the mom and dad, and it's just, oh my God, the meltdown, the breakdown. It's, that's what it's
inspiring.
all about.
It's inspiring.
That's what it's all about, and that's why it's so important to have parents in the house.
Agreed.
A mom and a dad. Now you can have 2 moms and you can have 2 dads. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that in a lot of houses and in a normal house, it's good to have both.
Yeah, you're talking about a nuclear family.
Yeah.
Well, BLM wants to destroy the nuclear family.
Yes, they do.
So-
They removed that from the website, but that is exactly what they want.
Well,
You know
BLM
why?
is starting to become
But here's why.
pushed out the door.
It's becoming predominant that black families lack a father.
Well, I saw a stat, and I don't know the exact stat, but ever since the what's the act in 1963, the
Civil rights.
Civil Rights Act, ever since that was
65.
passed, that I think it was this one. I could be completely wrong on this, but there was a certain thing that got passed that
The longest filibuster in Democrat
it
history.
could be Chuck Schumer.
No, but that's true. It
When
was
he
the
was-
longest
when he was
longest
18.
filibuster.
Yeah, I believe it.
And the percentage of black families is like 70% without a dad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's tremendously high.
Tremendous.
I was shocked
Me too.
at
And
that
that
percentage.
and that tells you a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And that's culture.
It's culture.
Is what that is.
It breeds culture.
And they call it pride.
Why?
You know,
I want to have 10 kids.
They call it pride.
That's not pride.
No, that's not pride.
Hold on.
That's the opposite of pride.
Well, it's pride for them.
That's what I mean. It's culture.
No, that's the opposite
That's
of
the
pride.
culture for them to be
So
proud.
they get to go,
It's the same
I have
reason why
10
we can't use the N word.
I have 10 kids with 6 different women. That's pride to them.
Well, it's a
It is?
status. And you know what?
Until that breaks,
and it's
nothing
also,
will improve.
That's true. But you know
Agreed.
what? Until it breaks, what's going to help them break that is for us to stop helping us promote them. You know, why are they giving money for single black mothers to have more children?
correct.
You know, that's bullshit. You know, they
They should max out at 2 kids.
well, I mean,
Oh wow!
well,
I'm
I mean,
serious.
Welcome to China.
No, I'm serious. If
Well,
you,
I mean-
no, as far as welfare is concerned,
Okay, I hear you. I
Right?
hear you. I
So,
hear you.
what is the average size of the family? It's a parent and 2.5 kids.
2.5
right?
with a white picket fence.
So you get paid welfare for 2.5 kids. If you have 10, you still get paid for 2.5 kids.
That's right.
So there's no incentive to keep having more.
Right. I
That's
I
sick.
hear what you're saying. I do. I don't disagree
Right.
well,
because
I mean,
you know at some point it becomes a means to curb behavior,
Correct.
right? Which is like be responsible.
Right. It's
for-
just
for-
like the folks that are on welfare don't have to take drug tests.
Right.
yeah, that always bothers me. You know, if you're gonna be, to me, it's like
Hold people accountable, man.
it's
that's
exactly
what it boils
it's-
down to.
To me, it's like, you know, it's almost like I'm trying to get a job, and I can't get a job for whatever reason, or I'm held back for whatever reason. But I'm still a good person. I'm taking care of myself. I'm not doing
You're trying.
drugs.
You're trying.
I am. I've got a
You're
list of
trying to
people
be a good
who I
dude.
called, and you know, and those are the conditions in
Right.
which you should be given compensation. All right,
Absolutely.
look,
Right.
he's doing X, Y, Z. He or she is doing X, Y, Z, and this is why we're going to pay them.
Or
you
they.
Can't,
They,
you
them.
can't sit there on your ass and just expect a check to come in.
Amen.
All right, what have you
But
done to
people
earn
do.
that? Well, I'm
They
a single.
do.
But people do that.
Well,
They do.
okay,
And you know
let's
why
play-
they do?
Let's play
because
devil's advocate.
It's handed to them unconditionally.
Correct.
No, I mean, there's always people that you know, the people
Talk about
that are in charge of
reparations.
the
There you go.
wilderness,
Right.
you know, either or the zoos. Or you go out to a state park or something. Please don't feed the animals. Please don't feed the animals
Well, they get
because
accustomed to it.
they will become dependent on you feeding them, and they won't.
And they won't hunt for themselves.
Yeah, that's right.
In the zoo.
I misspoke. I misspoke. I meant to say out in the state parks.
Like Yellowstone or Yosemite or something.
Yeah,
like
they
that,
they put little raccoons in there, and they're like, "What the fuck? Oh my god!" And the bear's like, "Oh, we're hunting naturally."
They have a little tin cup.
Hey,
Alms.
Hey, look, they put a little tray out for us.
Right.
Let's hunt it.
that's
Sorry.
crazy. That's like
Yeah,
the
sorry.
Jurassic
I
Park.
knew what you meant. I knew
Hanging
what you meant.
the goat on the hook.
I knew what you meant. Anyway, no. The point is, yes, the point is, you can't give without some sort of accountability.
There's zero accountability.
There's zero
Now,
accountability.
if I lost my job and I apply for unemployment, there's accountability there. You have to report in. At least you used to. I don't know if you have to these days.
No, you used to.
You have to have so many interviews or
Yeah, you have
contacts
to. You
or
have to
something.
be making an effort to
Correct.
find a job.
correct. And you have at
But
least
with COVID,
Did that go away?
that went away.
Has it come back?
No, I mean that was the whole point. It was people were making more money by sitting at home and collecting a check
Right.
than working.
Well, there
and they
have been a
finally
lot of
and they finally stopped that.
there
Like,
have been a lot of conditions
rational minds
that COVID
prevail.
created that that are still going on today, and which
What
may
is?
may carry on for years and years and years.
What does? I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Well, like working from home.
I work from home.
I work
Exactly.
from home.
Exactly.
I worked from home 2.5 years before COVID hit.
Yeah, but but most of the people. Okay, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people that that work from home now that didn't work from
Well,
home.
I tell you what. I think a lot of companies were managed by people who did not believe in work from home. When you get to a certain level,
Bingo.
you have a lot of people who've been in the business a long time, and they're like, you need to be in the office. And then this happened, and it kind of opened eyes. They're like, our job, our work still
they
gets
didn't have
done.
a choice. They didn't have a choice.
They didn't have a choice, but the work still gets done, and sometimes it
and
got
then
done
they were
better.
like, "Whoa! Like, wow, we're
Right.
still getting the job done." For the archaic leadership that you're referring to,
Correct.
they realized, "Wow, we're still getting jobs done, and they're home. How is that possible?"
And
Okay.
can we downsize this office instead of 10 floors? Can I do away with 3 floors?
But you know what's crazy? That's not what happened.
Yeah.
These guys are like, when is COVID going to end? I
Right.
want these people back in the office. It's ridiculous.
Some of them are, yeah.
It's literally ridiculous.
Some of them are, yeah, because there's folks that the company I used to work for that they're chomping at the bit to open the office
Yeah.
again. But there's a lot of people who complain that I don't want to go in the office because I may catch COVID.
Right. Yeah.
So and they have to listen to them, and they
Well, it's because they're listening to the misinformation.
it doesn't matter
What
because
is
it becomes
misinformation
a
now?
liability. I went into work and I got sick. I'm going to sue your ass.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was working from home, I
But
was fine,
but
and then,
I have
and then
not
you made
heard-
me come into the office because people aren't going into the office yet in the mass that they were.
Yeah, they are. To some degree.
No,
but
not my
But my
industry.
wife and I talked about that. We
Not
were
my
like,
industry.
I have not heard one case of somebody suing because they were forced to come into the office and got COVID. I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting
It's
for
hard
that.
to prove.
And
It is. It's impossible to prove.
Well, it is hard to prove, but people are very eager to sue, right? And
I
I've been
wonder if they have to
I've been
sign-
waiting for that lawsuit. That
I
haven't
wonder.
seen
I
it.
wonder if it's we're open up the office, sign this. I don't know. Sign this to say you will not sue me because you're coming back into the office.
right.
I mean, we're
Is that
very.
is that a thing? If
I
you want
haven't
to
heard
work,
that- I haven't heard that.
if you
either.
want to work,
but
some
that doesn't
company,
mean it's not happening.
some companies are like, if you want to work for us and you want to come in the office, you have to take the vaccine. If you want
So-
to come work for us and work in the office, you
there
have to
are
sign
conditions. So there, for us, we have an office, and we have the option to go to work, or I'm sorry, to go to the office to work.
this. I
and
don't.
you have an option to work.
What they say is that if you are going to go to the office and work, which you can, you have to do X, Y, Z. You have to make sure you wear a mask. You have to make sure you have to. I don't know exactly what they are.
Who wants to hell do that?
Well, those are the conditions.
You also
So-
have to anal bleach.
So that's what it is. And they send
What?
out the
What?
memorandum.
You have to
and-
bleach your anus.
Yes.
Well, it's an anal bleach.
It's a cleanse,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of going into the office.
Yes, it is.
cleaning your anus.
They say that is a big COVID spreader.
Yeah, but it's the cream.
So it's kind of like a butt luge
If
where you
you
just pour
have-
it down your back,
No,
Time
no,
out.
no, that's
Listen,
a-
just hear me out
that's-
here.
and you can reuse it.
No.
Hear me out here. If you have COVID, and you emit methane,
God.
All right.
Does that carry COVID?
But, so
It
what
kills
I was getting
everyone.
at is that there are conditions. If you're going to go back to the office, there are
Nasty.
conditions in which you have to go. So if you get COVID through those conditions, then you know what? Shit happens. What are you going to do?
Well, I know,
you know,
but
bleach
people are
your
very
anus.
litigious.
And
Here
it
in
kind of
the
makes me
States.
wonder because let's take, for example, the company I work for, which
Yeah.
I'm not going to name, but the company that I work for, they pay X amount of dollars for our office. How many offices in the United States aren't being utilized?
Well, that's what I mean. These companies are maybe
Yeah.
going, I have this large of an office now.
Dude, we had
I can go to this large of an office and cut my rent by 80%.
I'm amazed that the commercial real estate hasn't gone through the floor, but it has not. It has not.
our first office that you guys went to
It has.
was like 15,000 square foot.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Huge.
And I had my own office. I fucking loved it.
Oh, you had your own office. Yeah,
Yep.
look at him. Oh, I have my own office.
My
did.
office was
Yeah.
2
I
million square feet.
I didn't have a cube, but I had my own office with marble floors from Italia.
It was carpet. Stop it.
You know, JCPenney has 2 million square feet.
Yeah.
So my point
15,000?
is that when
Yeah, that's
COVID
lame.
when COVID
Right.
hit,
Bitch.
they went down to like
Bitch.
from 15,000.
Wow.
I want to say like to 1,800, 1,500.
Yes.
What?
They dude.
No,
they,
that's like this up here.
Yes.
That's it.
That's what
They dropped it down
That's
to
what
like
the Unabomber lived in that little.
I think 7
shack in
offices,
the-
7 or 8 offices.
So it's like
And
300
all the
square
rest
feet.
are cubicles. They have a kitchenette and a line of cubicles and about 7 offices and 1 conference room. I mean, that's a big office still, but compared to what we had,
tiny.
oh my, dude, you guys have been up there.
So you walked in there and you were like, yeah.
Yeah, where's
I'm
my
not
office,
coming.
bitch?
I took my office. I took one.
You have an office?
And you never go.
I
guarantee-
took it and I still don't
No,
go.
you did not.
I tell you what, if I was
Well,
down
I
there,
mean,
I
you-
would have co-opted
Well,
your
hold on.
office.
First of
Come
all,
out. You claimed an office,
I don't have the authority to claim an office.
but you did.
However, I put my name on the door.
I'd be taking that shit down.
Did you put your Star Wars shit in your office?
If I came down there every day and I
Did
saw
you?
Sean,
No, I didn't. But
he hasn't
I
been
put
down
stuff
here
in
for 3
there.
months.
Absolutely.
I'm taking it.
I'd have been like, oh shit, I'd have burned his shit.
Yeah, I'd be like, gone.
Whatever's on the door, like the name slot and the
It'd be
stuff
gone.
in the.
Oh,
I
there's
would've
no
taken
name on
that
this.
out in the parking lot and burned it.
There was no name on this when I got here.
Nobody goes to the office.
That's what I mean. But yeah, that's fine.
Nobody.
But still.
Nobody. The only time anybody ever goes to the office is if they need some supplies.
That's what I mean. Why have the office? Save money.
Save money.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you.
Go online and
I
say,
don't give a
go
shit.
order your office supplies from Office Depot or Staples. We have an account with
I
them.
will tell you, there will come a time
Look
where
at you
they-
pushing your products.
I will tell you.
I don't
that
sell
Look
paper.
at you
there
pushing your
will
products.
I
come
don't
a
sell
time
paper.
where we're going to need an office
Do you?
because
No, I
we're
don't.
going to have to
And
start
paper
having
pens.
people come in. In my opinion, in my great opinion,
Yes.
I think that
Great
a lot
opinion?
of it's my fantastic opinion. I'm so
Wow.
seasoned.
Seasoned.
A seasoned opinion.
That
He's a seasoned citizen.
we are
Wow.
losing. We are losing the emotion. We are losing the camaraderie. We are losing
Correct.
that connection that people have when they go to the office.
I
Correct.
agree.
We're
Correct.
losing it. And you
I
know,
don't
it
disagree.
gets down to the point where it's all rinse and repeat and bean counting, and we're taking out of what's real.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
I agree 100%.
And that
I do.
sucks from that perspective. I do enjoy working from home. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I love going and walking 10 feet to take a dump. It's fantastic.
I know.
You know, and I know we've talked about the glorification of securing your dump in a big business
we
building.
haven't talked about this.
Oh, we
needs to-
haven't?
Well, this is a topic we need to discuss.
All right, well, see.
Oh, bathroom etiquette.
Not
well,
just
you know
that,
what? It's just-
but Sean's, he sets up a movie theater, essentially.
well, look.
Yeah,
if
he brings a fern into
if
the
you
stall.
and
affirm-
a footrest.
Look,
A fern and a
look, I
footrest.
want to feel comfortable going to
does
the
that?
bathroom. So if I'm
And a
gonna,
beverage cart.
when I worked at the office,
Do you have your own
know,
beverage cart?
In fact, people that work in buildings, period, that have to
Ice
you know,
machine.
They
It's the
got.
fr- it's-
Like, I wouldn't even take a dump on my floor. Like, let's say I'm on the ice machine.
Yeah, he
If
said-
I'm on the 9th
You got
floor,
a fern and an
sometimes
ice
I'll
machine?
jump up to the 15th, or
Yes.
sometimes I'll jump down to the
Oh,
whatever.
Stop it.
I'll find a
Stop it.
shitter that's comparable to me, and
Oh,
I'll bring
meaning
my
meaning not occupied.
meaning not occupied, but
And
not just that,
claimed.
but some.
I'm going down to
of
16.
the
Fuck, somebody's in
stalls-
there.
Well,
I'm going to go
private
down to
stalls
15.
have
Damn, somebody's in there.
hooks
I'm going to go down
where
to
you
14.
You can hang a satchel, because when I go to the bathroom, I bring a satchel. In the satchel,
is
I have
exhausting.
my earbuds. I've got my wet wipes, and I've got
Fern.
some.
You got a fern.
I've got some cornstarch. I've got a whole regiment of.
Do you have a snack?
I don't have any. No, actually, I do.
Well, what, like
But
a like
they're
a
not for going to the
Well, hold
bathroom.
on.
They're just
hold
because.
on, like a protein bar,
Like
Yeah,
fruit
like
snacks?
exactly.
like dried fruit.
Like a
Because I know what he does.
granola, like a
I know what he
granola
does
bar.
when he goes to the movies. It's like a buffet.
Yeah,
I imagine him setting up a buffet
and a little
in the
TV,
bathroom.
like a little TV stand, a little
Oh.
TV
yeah,
tray.
like one of those little projectors, and he has
Oh,
a screen
you
on
know
the
what
door.
gives me the
Nice
biggest.
on the back of the stall door.
Do you know what gives me the biggest rush is I
awesome.
actually wait for. I'm sitting on the stoop. I'm dropping a dump and
And
doing
it's
whatever.
been 2.5 hours.
I've got
It's a finished
my
movie. Let's
my
watch a
tablet
Titanic.
playing
And for
some video.
God forbid
and
somebody
I've got
came
my
in.
earbuds in, but I put
Handicap.
my earbuds in
Handicap.
and I put the sensor on there so that I can hear what's going on around me in addition
shut
to what's going on.
up. This
So
is
I
ridiculous.
hear somebody walk in, and and I purposely wait for them to come in to pop the top on my Sprite can so that they know that I'm in there. And some people are like, I'm not making no. No, I'm like,
Yeah, they grunt. They go. They cough.
Now I open my
I'm in
Sprite
here.
can, and then you hear the jingle of the ice, and then the.
No, shut up.
All right, that doesn't happen. But my point is that everyone is tasked.
Does it make Sonic ice though?
Everyone is tasked to find the perfect area to take a dump in their building. Period.
No.
Dude,
Hey,
seriously,
Paul,
are you telling me that's not true?
Paul, when was the first time you shit at work? When you were like 48?
Maybe.
What?
No, so I will. Hold on. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm not ashamed to
Do you
admit
go
it.
to your car and cocoon it?
I'm not. So there was a long time I could not shit at work. I couldn't do it.
Did you try?
No, I didn't. I didn't sit on the toilet going, "Can I do this today? Can I do this today?"
You don't hover, do you?
No, I just
You didn't put like a target?
stop it right now.
I'm trying to.
I didn't hover.
I mean, are you
Women hover?
Are you not wanting to touch the toilet
No,
seat?
stop
What's
it
going on
right now? Hover. I'd hover really.
Do you have to bring like shoe boxes and stand on
no.
it?
He's
So listen.
BM bashful.
No, I just I had an issue with it. I don't know
Was
why.
it because your sphincter would not?
And then
open?
one day I said, "No, this is time. I'm a man.
I'm 49.
I'm 40.
Screw it.
46. I'm gonna shit in the shitter,
Like real men.
like a real man."
Did you have some sort of pirate music playing in the background?
No. I had no fern. I had no Sonic ice maker.
Did you have an eye patch on?
I had no eye patch. I had no butt wipe.
No
I had
parrots?
none of the stuff that you.
What about a sword?
That you. That's amazing.
Well,
you said that.
You gotta cut
No,
the
hold on.
cheese.
That's amazing. You said that. I did have a sword. I carry my sword everywhere in the office building. I believe that, but that's for safety.
Look, it is a real thing for people trying to feel comfortable.
I couldn't shit in the office.
Is exactly what you're trying to do. That's the goal: is to feel comfortable to go take a dump, and that's what this whole thing was about. It's about what do you do to feel comfortable? And for me, and I was exaggerating a little bit, but honestly,
not really.
Not really.
Honestly, not really. I mean, I don't bring the Sprite.
There's like 11 things he brings into
I
it.
do.
It's all set up.
Bring.
It takes like 45 minutes to set
the
up,
butt wipes.
and then he goes.
So like, oh my
bring
God,
the cornstarch.
Sean's going into the bathroom.
I bring my earbuds. I bring my tablet.
Fern.
Dude, I'm there. I'm there.
That's ridiculous.
I'm committed for like 20, 30 minutes.
I get it, and
way
I'm
more
out.
than I do now.
Well, you know what? That's not you. I'm talking about me.
Yeah.
This is what I
and
do.
your
and I
special
enjoy
needs.
it.
You know
And your
what?
Special needs.
I am envious of the guys who just don't care. They go
Me
in there
too.
and they're just like, boom.
And the blowing
And it's
chunks
just
everywhere.
like, and you're just like,
and they're like,
and you're trying to time it with them and blast your ass at the same time.
right. And there's people urinating, and they're like, "That was fucking awesome."
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did another one, motherfucker. I respect that.
There are people that
I
are just
respect
like,
that.
I don't
They're
care.
like men's men,
Yeah.
and they drive a big truck. I guarantee it.
And
don't know.
I'm like laughing. I did that 10 minutes ago. My ass hasn't recovered yet. That's why I can't get up.
I'm on episode 3.
Yeah.
Then you have the folk. Yeah. So I'm kind of envious because I'm not there.
I'm not there.
I mean, I could take a crap in there, but I'm not at the point where you just don't give a shit and you're just
I
like
hear you.
you're just blasting it. You don't care.
No, when people walk in, I go. I do the obligatory. I'm in the bathroom here. I'm in the stall here.
I
do.
I don't do that.
Well,
I stick my
absolutely-
feet. I stick my feet underneath and wave it.
Oh my God! What? Well, that's weird.
Oh my God.
That would be weird.
Has someone ever touched your
That's
foot?
totally weird.
Because you have to scoot up on the front of the seat
Oh, somebody reaches down and touches your
and
foot
grabs it and caresses it.
and goes,
A caresses?
Glory
What
hole.
the fuck, man?
That's what Paul's dreaming of.
"What?
I thought they were going to slide you some toilet paper or something.
What?
Yeah.
What
So
am I?
anyway, there was. I used to work with a guy.
Isn't that like
Who-
at airports? Is there some sort of code where you're sitting next to the next person and you
Are
do
we not?
something?
Are we supposed to move on to another topic?
No,
I don't
I've got
know.
one last thing, and we'll move on.
No.
It's in
Well,
it-
we're
in the
going to
next.
talk about the different accoutrements that are in the restroom to take
No.
advantage of. I think they should hire someone that stands there and services the place.
Oh, good Lord!
Would you like a mint, sir?
Services
That's
you.
big. That's big in Mexico City.
Would
where
you like me to
where have
stroke
the,
your
the,
manhood?
The bathroom attendant.
Go on.
Didn't
No,
say
no,
anything.
no, no.
I didn't
What-
say anything.
what-
Go ahead. Jeff, go
The
ahead.
bathroom attendant.
Wait, hold on. What did you just say?
I didn't say anything.
What bathrooms have you been in? And did
Were
this
they-
happen as you as a child, dude? That wasn't attendant.
Where they stroke your
Did they-
That's why you can't shit
Did
in
they
public.
molest you as a child?
I
Going to the
know.
bathroom and then now you
No,
have a
that-
phobia?
They said I said manhood.
Oh, so
Where they
This
stroke,
happened in your
stroke your manhood.
God. Anyway, I used to work with the fellow.
he was
Who-
drinking before the podcast.
And have
so-
you-
so in all
have you-
fairness.
have
Really?
I think so.
Really?
And
Well, you went to the Red
have
Roof
you
Inn, right?
worked with people like this or known people like this who you're in there, just urinating at the urinal, and someone's in there taking a dump in the
Yes.
stall. They
Yes.
come out and they immediately leave. They don't wash hands or anything.
No, but they're like Sean. They're watching a movie.
No, they're in there shitting
How do you know they're shitting?
because it stinks.
Oh.
Yeah, but I've got my wet wipes. I just
no. Oh
No, it's not
my
the same.
God.
Not the same.
Are you
what is it called?
kidding?
What?
Purell.
I mean, you've got
No,
your
he went in
your
there with nothing.
Germinator. What is the
No,
sanitizer?
went in there with nothing. Came out with nothing.
Oh yeah.
Well, how do
So-
you know it's not stuffed in his pocket?
I mean, because I would
He
go in
did-
there with a satchel. I'd have a.
You always wash your
Table
hands
set
after
up.
you
He's
shit.
got a wagon.
I've got a mini bar.
You always wash your hands after you use the restroom.
He pulls a wagon into the stall and leaves with the wagon out of the stall.
I mean, it can't even close the
With
door.
his
I
plant-
could-
oh yeah, no, he's got the fern.
I can ride it, and it makes a noise when I leave.
He has like room dividers to extend the stall so it's bigger.
he leaves the door open and sets up an apparatus.
Yeah, so it's
Very
extends-
nice. I like that. It's like a
Yeah.
pop-up tent inside of his own.
Correct.
That's awesome.
But that always grossed me out when he came
It's
out
my 4-year.
and he would kind of hold his head down and just quickly leave
And not wash.
and not wash. And I'd be up there washing my hands and you're gonna say, hey, boom, no,
And then
straight
like
out.
5 minutes later, he walks to your cube and says, "Here are my
No, he
reports."
sat right-
Here, I've got some
Yeah, I've
sandwiches.
got
Would you
some-
like some of these?
But the thing
Oh,
is,
I've got some chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Would you hear? I'll tell you.
when I first started working there, we had, potluck where everyone would bring cookies or brownies or stuff like that. And no one ate his stuff.
Oh.
And I did. And someone's like, did you eat his?
Did you get gangrene?
Did you eat his
God.
cookie or brownie or whatever it was? I was like, yeah. He's like,
He doesn't wash his
and then
hands
they
after
pull me,
shitting.
and then that's what they said.
No.
Yeah, so I was like, no one eats those because he doesn't wash his hands after he uses the restroom. Like shit. And anytime.
Oh no.
So no one eats the stuff, and I did that
And
one
you
time,
did.
and I never did
You
after that because I
shit-eater.
witnessed it.
Did you get lip cancer?
I got it was a little,
Did you taste it?
Did you get anal
a
cancer?
little gangrene on the
Did
lip.
you get that AS? What is it called? That
MSRA,
Oh,
MRSA?
rectal something.
did you get the
syndrome.
rectal
Oh yeah. Well, that's
dysfunction?
all right. I guess we should get back to COVID
We should.
because there's a new symptom or a side effect. I can't remember what it was.
RAC.
RAS.
That's what I said.
So it's RAS, which is rectal. No, I'm sorry, restless anal syndrome.
I think I had that.
Restless anal syndrome. Is that where your sphincter will spasm
I don't know.
uncontrollably?
Let's find out.
So find the
Phil.
article I read was from put in rectal anal.
Yeah, please
I'm
do.
sorry, restless anal syndrome,
Yeah,
not
please,
rectal.
please type
God
this in.
damn.
Restless
Restless anal syndrome, because we all want to know about this.
Fucking painful.
Because I think it affects all of us.
Go to that one right there. That's the one I read.
Here we go.
This was back in 20, right?
The latest COVID symptom about butts, but it's no joke. Go ahead. Here we go. What do we got?
Right. A newly published medical report by doctors in Japan has
Oh,
revealed a
nice.
mysterious condition associated with the disease called restless anal syndrome.
Here we go.
Its name is likened to the more commonly discussed restless leg syndrome. It describes exactly one 77-year-old patient's
Now,
afflictions.
hold on. Stop. It describes exactly one 77-year-old patient.
77.
What the
okay.
fuck?
Okay,
One.
first off.
I know.
Okay, yeah, to be honest, a 77-year-old is going to have restless
Yeah,
everything.
he's
I
gonna
know.
Restless everything.
Yeah,
Restless penis, restless throat,
I don't
restless
know.
eyeball,
I know.
I feel
restless
like I gotta
anus,
take
restless
a-
rectum, restless everything.
So, but
And the
despite
shit he's eating in Tokyo, I mean, fuck, my ass would be on fire all the time.
But despite
Absolutely.
having fully recovered from the virus, he returned to report uncomfortable new symptoms.
Here we go.
Oh,
He
yeah.
told physicians that he began suffering deep anal discomfort
Well, that was because COVID knocked him out, and his doctor.
in the area between his anus and genitals.
Well, hold on. What?
That's the taint, isn't it?
Well, maybe
Taint.
maybe wherever he was being treated was kind of a different place.
I don't know. Prompting him with the essential urge to move his bowels,
What does that mean?
which gave him no
Well,
relief.
it's the urge. You know how you feel like, oh, I gotta take a dump.
You can't move your bowels.
Well, but you know,
I mean,
you
what-
feel the pressure.
Okay, like a dog scooches on the carpet.
That's to
Right?
squeeze
That's because
the
your anal gland.
Okay, so that's not
Anything
the
about what we're
the
talking
need
about.
to essential urge to move your bowels.
Yeah, that's kind of like
That's
So
when you have to
okay,
shit.
So time out. What does a human man do to essentially move their bowels?
Well, we
Sit on
don't
the
do
toilet.
anything.
You jump up and down. You do you jumping jacks.
I don't do anything.
Okay, so what the fuck does that mean?
No. What
I
he's
don't
saying is
He's
that
prompting
okay,
him
hey,
to
let's
the
pump the
essential
brakes,
urge to
pump the
move
brakes.
his bowels.
Paul,
Yes,
when you have to take a dump,
yes.
walk us through the process of how you learn that you have to go take a dump.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. All right, so let's say I just had a protein bar. Okay, I'm in the kitchen.
It works
this
that
the
fast.
I
6
just
ounce?
had, well, no, hold on, yeah. No, I
Is
just
this
had a
the 6
protein
ounce
bar, and it's one of those
Is
thick
this the
ones from
6 ounce
Costco.
bar or is this the 10 ounce bar? Because that makes a big difference.
Yes, I'm glad you asked. So it's the big one from Costco that has like 200 and something calories. It's a really thick, heavy bar.
55 grams of protein.
Oh,
Where it just like rots your gut.
yeah,
Oh.
at least 20. So I eat it. I eat it in the
nothing.
kitchen,
It
and
takes
then
a
I'm like,
week to process.
and then I'm like, oh my. Within 5 minutes, I'm like, oh my.
so that feeling
And then,
right
well,
there.
yeah,
So
there
that
it is.
essential
in
urge.
that
So
5 minutes,
immediately I
there's the
start doing
essential urge.
cartwheels.
Whoa.
That's what I do to when I have
Well, you're
an
stupid.
essential urge to move my bowels. I do cartwheels in my house,
So that's what?
and
Centrifugal force?
and then I do. Have you ever done leapfrog?
So hold on. So
What?
if he's doing
I crowd
cartwheels
down.
to
Hold on,
get the
I
poop
crowd
out,
down.
He's doing cartwheels. That's
No, no.
called
Well, that's
centrifugal
the-
force. It's forcing the
To get
poop
that
out of
to
his
get
butt.
that mass
Correct.
closer
It's
to the
correct.
opening.
moving.
And then I crouch down and I do leapfrog with myself.
That's crouching tiger.
So
hidden
I'm
dragon.
crouching down,
ridiculous.
and then I jump, and it's pushing. I think it's pushing because it's
Are
an
you
essential
sure?
urge
Then
to
you
move.
have bad bowels if you have to do all that.
What the hell's going on over there? What are you pushing
No,
down?
this is just an essential urge to move
Are you
my
sitting
bowels.
on your dog's bone?
Just like the story
Are you
here.
sitting on your dog's purple bone?
Maybe. a
I
little
think
bit.
I think what he's saying here is there's a constant need that he has to shit, even though he doesn't have to shit.
And it's not just a constant need. He's suffering.
Why don't we keep reading the article?
He's suffering
Because-
deep anal discomfort.
Yeah,
In-
deep anal.
It's
deep
it's the
anal.
essential
Okay,
urge
and now
to
we have a
move
picture.
his
We have a
bowels.
picture of somebody sticking their fingers up their asshole through their jeans. Through their jeans. Okay.
Oh my god!
And
that's
I-
deep. That's like 2
I,
levels.
you know
And
what?
then-
That
and-
makes me feel better because I do
And
that a
then
lot.
there's a small little picture of the
COVID.
What the fuck?
the Omicron.
What? Why are we looking at a picture of that?
I don't know. He's
I
like
don't
2
know.
knuckles deep,
Oh
man.
my
That looks,
god!
hold on, that's Steven's arm. Did he pose for that?
This is a man in jeans
That's
with his
terrible.
hand up his asshole through the jeans.
Yeah, that's terrible.
What? Why?
But
I
look,
don't understand.
i-
Why?
If you're having, what is the percentage of people that are
I
getting
don't
this? Because
know.
as far as we know, there's only
Okay.
one.
Anyway,
Oh,
as the days
okay.
passed, the patient observed that physical activity seemed to relieve his stress.
Physical activity
Dismiss,
Frickin'
like
pop-ups.
leapfrog. Can you get dismissed?
producer,
Dismiss. Hello.
producer.
Producer. Dismiss. Thank you.
Seemed to relieve his stressed anus,
Stressed anus.
while lying low only increased his discomfort,
Are we too
Oh.
low?
which also spiked during the evening. What is while lying low?
Lying low.
What does that mean?
That's like a leapfrog.
No, lying
No.
low means close to the ground.
A
That's
colonoscopy
leapfrog.
showed the man had internal
Sounds-
hemorrhoids, but that did not explain the spasms.
Well,
Oh
I mean,
my
that would
God.
definitely explain the deep anal pain.
Let's also keep in mind he's 77.
Yeah, he's got a
This
compilation
is the
of.
stupidest story ever.
He's probably got about a 1,500
Can we move on
polyps
here?
in there.
This is retarded.
Well, this is the
honestly.
New York Post, so take
Yeah.
that for what it is.
No,
So when
New York
doctors
Post is a good.
reckon his awkward
wait.
condition must be neurological, noting
be.
that his symptoms had manifested similar to RLS,
Restless leg syndrome.
which has been detected in at least 2 other COVID-19. You know what?
He has RES.
These people are fucking reaching to
Yeah,
slap a
yes,
label on
yes.
COVID for everything.
Correct.
You know, it's kind of
Yes.
like, oh my God, I get an erection looking at hamsters. That's COVID related.
And I had COVID at the time.
I do too.
So,
That's why you have 10 hamsters in the house, I guess, right?
wow.
We have a whole farm of them.
Well, you got to because
You
I
have a
mean,
gaggle of hamsters.
well, he's going
Is
to
it a
gag 'em.
gaggle?
I have no idea with a herd of
It's a
hamsters.
gaggle of geese, gaggle
Okay.
of goose.
Can we talk about something meaningful in the last? We
You're-
have 15 minutes
You're
left.
the one who wanted to talk about restless anal.
Well, I mean,
syndrome.
I thought it was very
Mm-mm.
helpful to discuss the work relationship with where you go to the bathroom.
Well, I'll tell you what, one thing we didn't
because
touch
it is
on
a
there.
struggle.
One thing that we didn't touch on there is the quality of the toilet paper at most businesses is basically like notebook paper.
Retro.
What is that all
It
about?
basically moves it from one asshole part to the next. It doesn't clean anything.
There's
it just
no
moves
transfer.
It just shreds.
it. It just smears it.
It-
Next thing you know, you got shit under your fingernails.
yeah, these are dingleberry
Good
machines.
God. Stop. First of all, don't ever say that again. That's disgusting.
No,
okay?
Still
he's right. He's absolutely right.
Well, he's not right for me because I bring my own.
okay, well,
Still
most people
poopy.
don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I double and triple up, and then it's still dingleberry. I mean, like, it just shreds.
Oh,
It shreds.
it's terrible.
it's
like
painful to
terrible.
listen.
the toilet
And you
paper.
guys are sick.
What?
No,
I'm sorry.
I've never had one rip where my fingers rake across my asshole.
You guys make fun of my satchel, but you know what? I don't have these problems because of that.
No, those are the butt wipes. It's not have to do with your satchel.
What, do you ever after
keep
you
my butt
wipe
wipes
and
in
you're
my
not
satchel.
sure if it did, penetrate?
What?
And I'm
You know,
using the
I've
word
never
But
penetrate.
hold on,
questioned
hold
that.
on. So you wrap up, you're getting ready, and you wipe, and you're not, and something bad happened, and then do you check?
No.
I've never had to.
Do you smell your fingers and check
No.
to see if it penetrated? And
No.
no, okay, so we
Never.
never. Okay.
What about you, Paul?
No,
Whoa.
I read it.
Walk me through what
I
you're
read
talking
on the
about,
New York
because-
Post that a lot of people smell their fingers after they wipe to make sure.
Well, since you didn't shit in public till you were 50,
I was 46.
this just happened recently.
So you're just now starting to explore.
So that
The-
probably explains
You're
it.
getting shit on your fingers, and you're
No,
trying.
I'm not trying to get shit on my fingers.
Oh, you're all right.
But a lot of times it disintegrates while I'm wiping.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, it's like these ladies with big fingernails. What's that called?
Still poopy.
Well, poopy. How do these ladies with the big fingernails wipe their ass without getting something?
How do you
Underneath
know? How do you know that they're like they're not meticulous? How do you know they're not?
Well, like they take a Q-tip
Well, hold
and
on,
wipe
yeah,
the
they
shit
take-
out
hold
underneath
on,
their
they take
fingernails.
one-
They may have a bidet.
Hold on, they take one finger.
Oh God.
I mean, they're very
Is there something
carefully.
else on the roster?
Hold on,
Should
they're
doc-
very carefully scraping
No.
the toilet paper.
Have you
Think
seen
about-
those nails?
Think about the logistics of how that would work.
What if they wrap it? They
No,
fold
no,
it.
think
They
about
fold
it.
it 8 times.
Because if you use
Fold it 8
if you use the pads of your fingers, your fingernails are trailing behind it. I don't
The
know.
sound effects do no justice.
Yeah. Reason number 300 why we don't have video.
Yes.
302.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
So yeah, so the toilet paper, I don't know who makes that shit.
All right,
But
hey,
Kirkland.
It needs
Mr.
to be,
Producer, can you please
Kirkland.
put up the
Go
bourbon?
with Kirkland brand toilet paper. It's amazing. It never shreds.
If you haven't found the bourbon, put
I'm
it
not
up.
kidding. It never shreds.
No, I've used Kirkland's.
It's great.
We,
Oh,
All right, our halftime bourbon, guys, brought to you by Davies County.
at the end of podcast,
Davis County.
Excuse
yes.
me, double-barreled,
Thank you.
finished
Oh, look
bourbon.
at this. This is a wheat and a rye.
it's very good, by the way.
Wheat and a rye. What was mixed?
It's a mix of a
could use-
rye
I
and
could
a
use
wheat
more if the bottle's over there.
Oh my
and
God!
bourbon.
Well, good for you. You know what? You're off,
Thank you, Sean.
but you're driving me home. So.
I'll drive you home.
Whoa,
Damn it.
whoa! Easy. The dog's getting a little carried away.
You know what she is? She's like a
Like
Asshole.
a watchdog.
no, yeah, exactly.
No,
at
she's
like
an
at like a
asshole.
prison.
She's a
At
fucking
like a prison.
asshole.
Was she a former prison dog?
She's a German Shepherd.
I don't
right?
think they live that long.
No,
That
No.
she would be 80 years old.
and we're guessing she's 9 to 10 ish. I'm good. I still have quite a bit left. I
And
hope-
your wife
yes, having surgery tomorrow, so I have to be
surgery tomorrow.
up bright and early.
I
bright and
have
early.
nothing tomorrow. I have Wednesday. So we're going to what are we going to do? We're going to work on the game room.
I thought you were going
Oh,
to come
I was
over
gonna
and
invite
work
you to
on
go to
the
Greenville with me.
CNC.
I am.
Oh
I
yeah, what happened to you?
I promise I am. Oh, I've been busy, man. I've been telling you. I've been working on hanging the light and doing
How
the
did the new
framing
light
of the
work out?
windows.
Does it look good?
Oh, it looks great. It looks great.
Does it give enough light?
I got really frustrated though because first off, we had to figure out okay, so it's in the middle of the kitchen, the nook, right? Well, that's not where the table's going to be. And my wife wanted the light to hang over the middle of the
You
table,
have to have a hook, an extra hook.
right? And I'm like, well, where's the table going to be? Well, I haven't decided. I'm like,
Well, you decide that before I hang it.
100%. I'm like, that kind of matters.
Right.
And she's like, what if we turn it this way? What if we turn it that way? What if we did? I'm like, I don't care. Just tell me so I can hang the light.
I was like, you do this. I'm
Right?
gonna go crap.
Right?
Wherever the table is, I put the
shit.
light up.
I'll do anything. I'll go make shots for myself. I'll do anything. Just tell me where the fucking table's going
I'm
to go.
sure that's what you were doing.
Oh,
We were
really?
doing shots.
Really?
Dude, I would.
Yeah, maybe.
Kings Creek.
Anyway, finally, she said, I want the table here. And
Was
so,
it the freaking 128 proof Jack Daniels?
well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. So I'm standing on the table, and I got to figure out where the joists are. Right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
they're
can't.
usually right next to the circle.
No,
the
never,
junction box.
Never.
Always.
Well, yeah, in a lateral line, yes, of course. But the table's not anywhere close to that, right? So I have to like
But there's already a box up there.
You put
Yes.
it there, and then you just put a hook over and hang it.
that's what I did. But the point is, I'm like trying to figure out where the joists are so that it's in the middle of the table, deciding
you're gonna want to
where
stick it
she's
to a
gonna put it.
joist.
So he
Yes.
has like 10 hooks.
Yeah,
So
but
there's chains all over his
Yeah,
ceiling.
also
Actually, I'm glad you said there's
Ah.
actually 13 hooks,
All right, here's what's
and I
painful.
bought 42 inches,
Here's what's
40
painful
foot
for
fit of
me
chain.
is that first of
Goes
all
into your living
he did
room.
not want to call me because I would have gone over there and did it and it made it look awesome.
What?
I said you did not want to call me because I would have gone over there and made it perfect
But-
and showed you how to do it.
Well, you're in Greenville.
And you're saying I didn't know how to make it perfect, and I didn't
Dude,
know
you,
how to
you
do it.
seem to have worked it very well, but you said it was
Uh-huh.
frustrating.
It was. I was frustrated because I wanted to hang the light and
He
make
was
it
frustrated
done.
with his wife.
But my
Yeah.
wife was like, "Okay, let's move the table here. Let's move the table there, and I want and I want the light in the middle of the table." I'm like, "Well, tell me where the table's gonna be, so I can move the light
right.
and put it in the middle of the table." Right? That was my frustration.
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah. My
I knew what to
monologue
do. I mean, shit,
screams
I'm a man, and men know how to. And dudes, I'm a dude,
like us.
and I'm a dude like us,
You can
and I
hang,
know how to like.
you can hang lights.
wire something and use my miter saw and use my little Brad nailer.
Wow.
I'm so glad I bought that thing. What a lifesaver. You know what I'm saying? You're putting the boards up and you're like bam, 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 bam.
Actually, those little battery powered
Fucking
things,
awesome.
they work great.
Oh my God. I was amazed at how fun it was. Boom, 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 boom.
Instead of taking a hammer and nail or a screw.
I used the shit out of that thing. It was amazing. It was so much fun.
So you have like 1,000 nails.
I counted 1,500 per board.
So your board is now like
Every centimeter.
solid metal.
and you did
There's
You actually
there's
put so many it cut it.
every centimeter. Boom, 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 boom.
all right.
boom,
So
boom.
you got the freaking light up. You got the table right?
Tables in.
Oh, you had to buy new bulbs, didn't
So
you?
what are you
Because it
waiting
didn't come
for?
with
If you got the
bulbs.
table,
Bulbs
what are
are
you
in.
waiting for?
Bulbs are in. I'm sorry. What?
If you received the table already, what are you waiting for?
For what? What
The
am I waiting
placement.
for?
You were
of
trying
it.
to the placement of what?
The placement of the table.
Because it was this way.
If the table's there,
When I was this
why don't
way,
you
it was
place
going
the
this
table?
way.
Because my wife was deciding. She like went this way, and then she went that way, and then she moved the table this way, and then she moved the table that way. I was like, honey,
Was it ever diagonal?
yeah, now it's diagonal.
Well,
Oh, it is now?
It's now diagonal.
they still haven't figured out. where
And
to
the
put
light is direct. I'm telling you,
So when she goes,
Depending on
she
where the
goes,
table
yeah, I
was,
don't like that.
I had limited options to where the rafters were going in the ceiling. So if she moved it that way, it was not going to be centered because it was going to be off to the left or the right because I have two rafters, right, to where to put the hook. And then she was like, I'm going to move it this way. I'm going to move it that way. I'm like, just move it to where you want it, and I'm going to get it as close to the middle as possible. I have limited options.
No, you don't.
Right.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Does it weigh a lot?
Because you know me, and I could have
So,
made it look
but
perfect.
here's the thing. This is a 675-pound light.
It's 672.
Right.
And you lifted it by yourself
I'm the
And
one
I
that
lifted
carried
it.
the.
I lifted it by myself.
and I carried it to the car.
with your gimpy.
No, you didn't.
I did, you asshole. It was very painful. By
Actually,
the way.
I
Oh,
carried
shut
it.
the hell
You
up.
carried the box.
It's 13 pounds.
Which
I
really?
carried the bag.
It was.
Did you see what I was carrying?
Oh my god.
By the time I got to the car, I
Well,
thought I was going to
you
have a
ca-
heart trip.
Yeah,
Are you
carried.
kidding?
You carried the
No.
two signs and the box. I carried the bag with the chandelier
You
on
are the
it.
biggest pansy ever.
Oh, dude, it was horrifying. I
It
had
was.
I have like a 1 pound box, and it was like nothing. And I was like, oh, I can carry that, not a problem at all. And then I had like the two signs here, and I was like, look, I got this. So you guys are like, no, you get the last little pieces over there. Jeff and I'll take to this car. I got this.
We park a
Dude.
mile away.
By the time I got to the car,
I
thought I was gonna die.
carried it the whole time.
No, negative.
Not all of
Yes, I did.
No,
But
the
not
light.
all of
Hold
it.
on, time out. You're talking about the barrel top.
Oh, the
that I
barrel
bought
top
for Terrell.
sucked. Yes.
I had the barrel
That
top.
thing was heavy.
I had the barrel top, the picture, and the box. And so
Oh,
it
just
wasn't interchange. It was swiveling, like the picture would fall
Uh-huh.
out, and I had to
carried
adjust.
it
Oh, yeah.
most of the time.
I almost dropped one of your pictures several times.
Jeff and I
Dude.
got pissed. By the time we got down there, we're like, "Man, fuck this." We took turns pissing on it. So I don't know.
That explains this yellow stain.
Well, we wanted to give it that Yellowstone kind of look,
Yellowstone.
like it's been in the field for a while. That's the whole
I like
idea,
it.
right?
I like it.
Anyway,
Anyways,
it looked
Davis
nice.
County. Davis County bourbon.
And it's
Here we
96
go. I
proof.
got the bottle in front of me. Here we go. All right.
It's very lightweight.
It's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in Missouri white oak barrels. The octave, I like to say octave. The proof is 96 proof. All right,
I think
so
this was made by Lux Row.
so it's not a weak. Okay,
Something's weird about your mic.
Sorry.
Not weird about your sound. You sound
He
different.
keistered it.
so most of the bourbons that are what do you call it? Most of the bourbons that are mixers are 80 proof, right?
You're causing lots of sound.
Can you stop doing that?
All right. Well, okay. Just note yourselves. We need to firm up the bottom of that because it's
Why?
not.
Because I sound stupid.
No, because you're not talking into the mic. But anyways, go on.
So most bourbons.
That sounds better.
There you go.
So Davis County,
How are we doing?
I think it's
All right. This Davis County is it looked it's flavorful. It's not fantastic from my standards, but it's flavorful.
I think it's a medium middle of the road for us.
Okay, it's a double barrel finish. All right, just what I can't read the rest
It's
of
a
it.
char number 2 because it's not. It's got a nice clean look on it. In fact, the picture actually
Small
it's a
batch.
lot darker than what it should be considering it's a char 2.
Is it really char two? Where does it see that?
Well, it's on the second line where it says
says
white
right here.
oak barrels. And this is another thing where there are different types of oak, and people trip out on it. Like there's white oak, there's red oak, and
Is there black oak?
Mm-mm.
I'm not really sure about that.
All white oak.
It's all
It's
honky
all
oak.
white oak. Absolutely all white oak.
Oh, well,
I
good
have
to know.
never seen anybody say anything about
I think to
charred
be-
in a red oak barrel.
I think bourbon has to be a new
It
white
has to
oak
be white
barrels.
oak.
Where do you get white oak from?
Missouri.
So Missouri is the white oak.
Oh,
Where
I don't
else is-
know.
No, not just Missouri. It's also in Prosper, Texas.
Well, I don't know.
Do
but,
they have
but
white
this
oak?
one says Missouri
Because like
white
in
oak.
Texas, red oak is prominent in Texas.
Yeah.
So I've actually haven't seen a whole lot of white oak here in Texas. It's just kind of where I'm getting at.
I don't know.
I don't
Who
know.
knows where
I really
white
don't
oak
know.
grows.
Here we go.
there
white
you go.
oak.
Middle. There you go.
Native range.
It's
White oak grows
basically
throughout most of the eastern United States.
basically from
It's found in southwestern
Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio,
Maine. Mhm.
Just scroll down
Central
to the fucking
Mississippi
map.
River Valley. There you go.
It's the whole eastern
Holy
side.
shit!
Basically from the Mississippi
It's
east.
every
That's
fucking
exactly
state
right.
except
That's what I
Texas.
was about to say. The Mississippi East is basically, except for southern Florida. Scroll down for me.
Well, you
Mr.
have.
Producer,
you have-
scroll down for me.
I wonder if they have palm tree
Oh,
barrels.
that's too far. Too far. Okay, so not in Florida. Well, there we go. So it's from the Mississippi East, really from all the way north, Michigan, Maine, all the way down to the
New
tip,
York.
to the top of Florida.
Yeah,
That's
so
interesting.
so not along the coast.
That is interesting.
So not along the coast, because you got the I guess it's the tropical, right?
Okay, hold on. Gulf of Mexico coast.
The Gulf of Mexico coast,
But
correct.
but Atlantic.
I bet it's temperate, right? The temperature, because it gets warm. It could be just the
Yep.
soil content
All right. So
as
what
well.
we're seeing is in the southern part of Louisiana, along the coast, not happening. Along, oh yeah, all of them. Mississippi, Georgia, not happening.
Well, it goes a little farther west of the Mississippi. Basically,
All right, we're beating
it
the shit out of this.
it
but
dips into East Texas.
It's basically
It does.
the eastern side of the United States, excluding Florida.
Well, actually, it goes. I mean, quite a bit, right? There's Arkansas, a
Thank
lot
you.
of white oak in Arkansas and Missouri,
Yeah,
and
they-
what is that right above Missouri?
Iowa.
Is that Iowa?
Well,
A whole bunch of Iowa, a whole bunch of Wisconsin, all of Michigan, and a little bit of Minnesota. The southeastern part of Minnesota.
all right. So white
Very
oak is
interesting.
basically
Okay.
the
Let's get down to the
east side
counties.
of the United States.
Yes.
Essentially.
Let's talk about the counties that it's covered.
Yeah, what
Oh,
county is
God.
not covered
All right. Well,
in western Alabama?
I've never had a podcast where I was hoping the music
I was
would
going to
start.
say, Sean is so done with this. Let's get
Right.
to the counties.
Right? What an asshole.
What a nice hole. So this is just I give it a 5.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
I agree.
And
Well,
why?
actually, I will.
But
I
tell-
will say
tell
it's
me
very
why.
flavorful, but
Tell me why.
well, the number one reason why is it's not hot enough for me. That's number one. Number two is actually it's flavorful. So that's basically
Ooh,
it.
tastes hot to me.
I'll tell you what. I'll give it a 6.
It tastes hot to me.
There's another one. There were 3 of them there, and you got the which one did you get? Limited edition. This is the double barrel.
Did I buy that?
Yes, you got this one.
Jack
This is the
Dad.
double barrel. I got the Stellum. You got this one. What'd you get, Paul?
I got the $199. It's called.
Did you look at-
Rajun
Did you look at
Jajugaleke.
any bourbons while oust in Tucson?
I don't remember.
Perfect opportunity to look at, see what was out there. See
On
if there's,
advice of counsel, I declined to
see
answer.
if there's any E.H. Taylors out there.
On advice of counsel, I declined to answer.
You always look at.
Did
the,
I not buy anything? I know I did.
No.
I went with you. You and I went. I bought a bourbon.
No, that was last week.
No,
No, Paul, Sean and I went this last week to get this
absolutely not.
because you were in Tucson driving back.
no, you and I went by ourselves, and I bought a bourbon. Where's that bourbon?
Where'd it go?
Where'd it go?
What did you get?
It was in
Hold on.
in your truck.
I don't think I had a. I was coming back from Greenville
On Friday?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Paul,
Jeff?
you bought that then.
Yeah.
Damn right I did.
Paul, you bought this piece of shit.
So you bought that, Paul, not Sean.
Yes, I
I was
did.
going to say, because I just bought that Stellum. I thought it was you, Sean. So it was you.
Whoa.
So where's
So I
yours
got
at?
angry. I got angry.
So
You
Sean,
made me angry, and I burped.
you were way up in Greenville. Did you check any bourbon?
Yeah. Now suddenly there's no apology.
They
there's
don't have
no.
liquor.
Sorry,
They don't
Paul.
have
I was
liquor.
wrong.
Thank you.
They don't have
Thank
liquor
you.
stores
Thank
in
you,
Greenville.
Jeff. They didn't have what?
I call bullshit.
They don't
on
have
that.
liquor stores in Greenville.
No liquor stores in
I didn't see
Greenville?
liquor stores in Greenville.
They may
God, the
not.
poor people of Greenville.
All right, maybe they had some, but they weren't around the Greenville Independent School District in which I was working.
Like in the school.
Well, yeah, it's like I was
Like
there.
in the school.
Well, I was on property, so they didn't have.
And so
liquor
you were
stores
asking
around.
the 5th graders, hey,
Hey,
where
how you
where
doing?
you buy your booze?
Hey,
bitch.
Hey, where you get your bourbon?
You boybin.
Hey, you're in 7th grade. Where you get your bourbon?
So I'm going out to Tahoe
Jesus
next month.
Christ.
I plan on hitting several
You're going to
liquor
fucking
stores.
Tahoe? I'm so
What?
envious.
What do you mean?
Visit my dad. It's his 80th birthday.
How long
Can
are you
we-
going to be out there?
Can I come with you?
3 days, 4 days.
When?
Middle of April sometime. About a month and a half. About a month and a week. So I'm going to check the liquor stores out there.
I like that.
All right, this is aimless.
Very aimless. My God.
Dudes like
very
us
aimless.
Night. I still don't think we talked enough about
Anything.
the choice of where you're going to take a stoop for your office building.
Yeah, we covered that.
Yeah, but, you know,
I'm Paul.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Jeff.
And we're drunk.
And this is the end of this podcast.
Yes, it is.
All right,
We
dudes like
really
us.
hope you come back again.
Nah, fuck it.
If you
It's
don't,
look,
we
it's
understand.
March 8th. Tons of shit going on. We got lots of bourbon coming up. We got lots of events coming up. And Dudes Like Us are going to be sponsoring it. We're going to be talking about that on our next podcast. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you soon. Later, bitches.